Okay, Dan, so our final honoree in the over 2 million in sales category is Jonathan South from Teghtmeyer Ace Hardware in Columbia City, Indiana.
Yeah, well, Jonathan is another good example of someone who just, and it's so refreshing to hear these stories about someone he started working at Teghtmeyer when he was 17 years old and just started, a high school job, stocking shelves and so that. In fact, Jonathan, for a time, thought, it's important to me to serve my community, and he wanted to do that by becoming a police officer.
Yeah, law enforcement.
But he also was kind of struggling because he had this affinity and enjoyed working in the store. And then after a little bit, the owner of the operation, Alicia Teghtmeyer, reached out to him and said, have you thought about a career in retail, and a career where you could go long-term kind of with the business? And that got him thinking that a lot of the things he was looking for, he was fulfilling through that job. He got to work with people. He got to help his community. He got to support households and families in the community. He said, maybe this is kind of what I'm looking for. And so he set about kind of throwing all his efforts into building that career. And man, what a career he has built as general manager now of that operation. He's really focused on a number of things, but I think if you had to kind of boil it down, he's focused on where areas we could grow the business, but he's also put a lot of emphasis on employee management and training. And in fact, you will well know when he was participating in our MCP, his project focused on developing an employee training program for the business. He's also looked at doing things like managing his workforce better, which is another real hot topic right now. And he's a guy that's out there knee deep trying to figure out how to look at employee time spent and how to really maximize that. But some of the things he did on the other side of growing the business, he looked at building assortments and adding big brands to the business in areas like grilling and tools. And he went out there and he worked with other retailers to try and find opportunities for how can we, sometimes put together opportunity buys when we could all join forces and try and, buy better and host events around some of these products, and really have those brands become a big differentiation point for the business in the community, and then telling that story by building on their marketing through things like Facebook. And he grew their followers on Facebook from 600 to more 4,000. So it just shows growth. This whole new generation of leaders. And again, a story we've told several times tonight is about looking at things like marketing the business, and we're guys back from the paper circular days, and not that those still can't be effective, but this new generation of leaders is really looking at how can we utilize and harness things like social media, online marketing, emails, and so on to really grow our reach and our marketing. And kind of the sum total of it is, since Jonathan became general manager of the business, he's seen business increase by 24%. So again, it's impressive just by the number, but when you think about a store that was already successful, and then having someone come in, someone who grew up in the business, someone who just started out as a stock person, what a great story to say, hey, you too might have started here in high school, but there is a path forward for you in this industry where you can be highly successful and have a career just like our friend Jonathan.